So it's only Sunday, but I wanted to get an early start on the vlog for this week. And what perfect timing, then the deer weren't really kicked out of their home. They've just adapted. I don't know if you can see them. There, where's my finger? Always where's my finger, right? There, by the exit of the stream. So I guess I will be contending with them in my flower garden again this summer. Oh, I should check my emails. I emailed that berry bush company asking them, hey, everything else is sprouted except for the salmon berry. Does it come up late or what? Because it really hasn't done anything. I don't think they would sell me a dead bush considering how good everything else looked, but even the best of us lose plants that we didn't think we would over winter. Oh, maybe while I'm out here, I did scythe the rest of the yard and the other half of the front yard, and then I also one of these bricks here is cracked, but I took one of those I like getting random weird tools from Garrett Wade that you wouldn't necessarily find in a normal hardware store, but somehow are exactly the perfect thing that you need. So it's some like Japanese, it looks sort of like a toothbrush but for the ground, and a piece of it is scraper, so it's like half teeth and then flat, and it's all blade at the end, and then it has a handle sticking up out of the middle of it. So I scraped all the bricks here to get most of the weeds up, and then also by the kitchen patio where I have that frog. Oh, I guess dandelions close at night. I never noticed that before. Or maybe they're done blooming for good. So I got through most of this with the side. Oh, and I have that electric mower on order. Anyway, I scraped this all up. Most of it is up. I think this might be a maple tree. I'm not sure. I guess I'll have to figure it out. I mean, if it's that guy's baby, excellent. So I left a couple of violets here because I like them, but I'm thinking of moving Mr. Frog to that far corner there where it won't be under the trees. And then I got some Adirondack chairs that I can put around here. And I also got a hammock that I might put over there. And when it rains Wednesday, I might go scythe some more. And then I've got that electric mower on order, so that should help me with the yard a bit. I've also had little tiny, I found them while I was scraping things up, little tiny like pine-ish sort of trees that I assume are coming from the neighbors' pine sort of trees. And I'm thinking I'll dig this up, and then whatever that might be a maple is, and what else do we have? That might be, I forget what the name of it is. It's kind of all over the place here. So that's popping up. I might have some baby birch trees popping up too. I don't know if that maple looking thing is the same as this, because these two look a little bit different. I'm gonna pull those up. and then move them down to the end of the yard, because I think a lot of those little birch saplings that I got died back because it's too wet back there. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna keep putting more and more saplings that I find in the yard down there until they stick. And then I've still got those bushes supposedly coming from the Arbor Day Foundation. So here's a baby tree too. Here's another one. So I'm gonna pull up these tiles if I can and pull all the little trees out and transplant them, assuming they're not attached to a really big juicy root from elsewhere. I think they might be from the neighbor's trees up there. Might be the same thing, but I mean, I might as well put it to good use, right? I'm thinking of pulling up this landscape fabric sometime in the next week and then putting down seeds. I saw one of the neighbors today and they said, oh, you really shouldn't plant stuff until the middle of May, but I mean, if it's just seeds and it's wildflowers, they should be okay with it. Anyway, that's it for now. Oh, and really quickly, I don't know what this is, but if it's a baby birch tree, then I'm excited and I'll move it down too. Seems like it sort of has the same leaves. Don't really want it growing this close to the house, but I'll give it a shot. But not today, because my back is done for. I did all that scything, and then also it isn't trash in there, it's tie-dye, so it's going to be soaking in there for till about noon tomorrow. I think it's about 8 p.m. right now. Ooh, it's leaking on the steps. I should wash that down. Anyway, it's going to be soaking, and then I wash it out tomorrow. Okay, glad I came out here to take care of it. Till next time. Okay, really quickly, I put the orchids into tubs finally. I saw a bunch of people online that let their Phalaenopsis actually sit in water, and they look great. And mine are always kind of dry, so they're sitting in tubs now. I poured a little bit extra water down there so they can soak that up. Hopefully I'll make them feel better. I repotted this guy into a bigger pot because he was escaping. This one looks super dry. I've had him for like 12 years and I feel super bad if he's dying, so I repotted him too to clip off of that straggly end. And then I also repotted this one. He was leaning over the pot, so I clipped off the end and put him back in there. Actually, maybe this one could use the same, but he looks kind of okay right now, so maybe I'll leave him. I guess I'll think about it. So I put these two in tubs too instead of that drip tray that I had it in before. I think it looks a little bit better because the tray was a little bit long too. So, well, we'll see how this does. Anyway, that's it for now. Just a quick little blip of a video. Guess what? It's happening. My first Oka tuber. I'm so excited. The rest of them haven't come up yet though. Okay, that's it. So last quick update, I pulled up 3 of the 4 landscape fabric spots. That last one I put in last, so I'm kind of leaving it because I need to scoop up that mulch too and maybe move it somewhere else, maybe put it everywhere else. I guess there's puddles out there. It rained pretty well last night. I need to probably either rip up or chop off the last little bit of grass that sprouted in that horseshoe shaped one. Where's my finger? The far one there. I got the grass and the rest of them. I'm gonna go throw flower seeds out there this morning. I didn't throw it on last night before the rain, so it doesn't all get washed downhill, because I learned that lesson from the spot there last year. It all got washed to the bottom, so I'm gonna go throw around a bunch of wildflower seeds and kind of step them into the ground this morning and hope that the birds don't eat them all. because everything will be reseeding there now, right? Because it's bare ground. So hopefully the flowers catch on and start sprouting before everything else. I put a brick outline around the spot next to the shed that has some flowers. It was where the mulch was originally, where the tree company had dumped it first. And I started putting flower seeds in it last year, and I put some more in it this year. Hopefully they come up through. I need to pull the creeping Charlie out of there because it's really just taking over the whole entire yard. But I put a brick outline around it, and I also put a bunch of, I guess on the scale of building things, small gravel, but it's like stabilizing rock chips that you would put under asphalt. So I put some of that next to my driveway where it was kind of washing out, and to kind of spruce things up a little bit because they got away from me last year. Anyway, I got that lawnmower yesterday. I was charging the batteries last night. I don't know if I'll go mow with it today because I'm pretty sore after doing 8 hours out there doing all that other stuff yesterday. And also the grass is really wet right now. I'll see if I feel up to scything or not, because it's still pretty tall for a lawnmower, I guess. But I don't know. Maybe I should give it a rest today so I don't completely fall over. And maybe I'll try to move those trees today. The two, what I think are birch trees, out to the end of the garden, now that the ground is nice and wet. Anyway, I'm gonna get to it, and this is probably the last clip for the week. Okay, till next week.